Go order a bagel. It is very good. Oh, hey. Oh, hi. How y'all doing? Don't feel like you gotta be quiet either.
All right.
Okay. I'm just gonna wait for people to join. Let me know if you're here, please. Because I don't start until we're all here. Roll call. Are you ready? My hair is crazy today. I'm a little shaky today. Lots going on. My dad's been really fucking sick. Yesterday, I vomited all fucking day. Good morning, Lacey. Good morning. How are you, love? I know the comments are lagging. So, ooh, Lacey, I'm still working on that forgiveness list, and I'm still working on my dad. Like, so much is coming up, and I am really, it's like trauma resurfacing because it's being triggered again now, and I didn't even realize I had such a resentment. I was just talking to my friend Francois that's here, and you know, like, what's more important, me saying something, you know, and like letting him know how I'm feeling, or just healing myself. Oh no. Oh, your kids are sick. How many kids do you have? I don't even know how many kids you have. Of course you're still positive. You're so great. I didn't get my gratitude list started yet, but I have been doing really good with setting my goals. And, you know, due to like everything I have going on still symptomatically wise is nerve damage. Everything else is gone. It's the nerve and brain inflammation. Oh, you know what? I did know that, Lacey. You have 3 kids. I did know that. I don't know why. Well, you know, brain fart. Yeah, central nervous system stuff is still the symptom I have going on. And it makes sense in my book, you know, I'm working on it. This book, y'all need to get this book, okay? Get this book right now, because everybody keeps asking me. I'm going to make a video on how I got better, because that's the biggest question that's coming around. How did I get out of organ failure within like 2 years? And that's how I did it. And looking at the brain inflammation and nervous system stuff is right where I'm working. So yes, I'm telling you, it's almost $70 with like tax and delivery and all of that stuff, because it's a heavy book. It is. But it is the next to the theta healing, which they go kind of hand in hand, because basically what it is we find the root of the trauma, and then we do a healing, an energy healing on it. So I'm also I can feel that the thyroid is inflamed, which also makes sense because I'm having a hard time speaking my truth right now, because I want to tell my dad why I'm upset, but it's for what, you know? So I had to come to the coffee shop today because they're doing construction. My car is still in the shop. Not my car, but it's Sunny's truck, and she's letting me borrow it while I'm here. Thank God. What a fucking blessing. Because I haven't had it for 2 days, and I've been going crazy because I have been. So I think this is all that's joining us. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. My friend is here. So say hi. Say hi. And so let's go over yesterday's real quick. List the sources of negativity that you've been tuning into. And since I've been to my dad's, he has television on, like cable television, on all the time. All the time. I love your shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wore
I
it
did.
today. My boss is a Patriots fan. Unfortunately, it is. I know. But I wore this in, and he said, "Hey,
Well,
isn't it a little too late?" And I said, "No, I think it's going to get interesting now with Rudolph."
oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, little fake. Bring it.
I'm glad to know there's like-minded people here. Go Steelers!
Always.
Sorry. Lacey said, "Hi, random guy." What's funny is I went out one night for karaoke and didn't know anybody and showed up, and I was nervous and all of that. And then this fella comes around. He's a really great singer. And, just like made it cool. And then I find out he's from Florida. And then I met someone else, online and whatnot, that's here from Florida. And then that girl, she was from Florida. She laid a kiss on me.
I saw her the other night.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Tell her to call me. No, don't. Anyway, so I have been watching news. Well, not even watching it. It's just like when I'm in the house preparing food or whatever, and he's watching, I just don't watch public television anymore or cable or whatever, because if it's not the programming that's negative, it's the commercials. Oh my God, fucking commercials. I don't know why. What are you committed to giving up that isn't serving you? People pleasing. It's a big one for me. I'm working through that. List all the news sources of positivity that you can tune into instead. And I see videos on raising vibration, motivational speeches, and light working podcasts. So what did you put, Lacey? I think we're the only ones in here this morning. It says that there's 2 people in here, but I think I'm one of them. I don't know how this works. I really don't know how this works. I'm just winging it. That's why I do live videos, because it's so much easier. Plus, I don't know. I'm better on the fly. If I have to sit there and record and then stop it and record, it's never going to happen. What'd you put, Lacey? Yeah. It's really funny because the long list of I heard this one for bipolar medication, which I don't even really think that there's bipolar. I think it's just them trying to make us think that we're not supposed to feel anything. Just totally numb out. Because there are natural things that you can do to balance out bipolar.
Right.
And they don't push that. They push medications that the list of side effects is more than what you'd be taking it for. It's bananas. And I've been down that gamut. They had me on 9 different antipsychotics, anti-anxiety, antidepressants, all of that jazz. And it made me way worse.
Yeah.
Way worse.
Yeah.
I was taking medication to not be suicidal, and it made me suicidal.
That's been the side effects.
Yeah. The negativity that I need to focus. Oh, you mean the negativity that you want to focus on removing is mostly your own. I started this role because I understand that. So Lacey, here's some homework for you. I want you to start looking at yourself in the eyes, in the mirror, and saying I love you. Even if it doesn't feel real, even just say it every morning. And one day you'll realize that you respond back with I love you. I remember it took me a year of doing the process before I could actually say I love you to myself and mean it. And when I did, it was like I was in the mirror, I was getting ready and bouncing around, curling my hair or whatever. And I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, I love you. And like my reflection said that, like not in a schizophrenic way, but you know, and it was like, I love you too. And I was like, oh my God, I love myself. And then that changed everything from making those decisions to, you know, the inspired action to follow through with the fact that I love myself. That's when the healing really started, which is also when my marriage ended, which was an act of self-love. So day 8, creating money. Here we go. As a kid, do you remember how excited you were to go on a treasure hunt? You were given a map with a bunch of clues, and your only goal that day was to find the hidden treasure, the incredible gold at the X marks the spot. I'm going to try to actually speak English today because yesterday I think I was speaking like pig Latin. My mouth wouldn't cooperate with my brain. You would spend, I was also really fucking high off of resin that I had. I was. That resin will fuck you up. Oh my God. You would spend all day looking for that damn treasure, and it kept you busy for hours. There was so much excitement in knowing that at any point in time you were just feet from the gold. Finding the so-called gold felt pretty much like the kid equivalent to finding $1 million, and boy, were you determined. Today we're going to replicate that excitement by going on a treasure hunt for money. Yes, an adult treasure hunt. Woohoo, I'm Ann. Excuse me. Except the gold we're looking for this time are pennies, dimes, nickels, quarters, and dollar bills. Any amount that you find today is considered gold. What if it's not mine? Can I go rob people and that will be my treasure hunt? Right? I found it. It's mine. It might have been in your pocket, but now it's my bitch. Whatever you will look for, you will usually find. What you focus on expands. Start seeing the world as an abundant place, and you will start to notice pennies on the ground, maybe even a quarter or a $10 bill. I once found $300 that somebody had lost in my vehicle, and I had so many people in my vehicle at that point that I had no idea who it was, and nobody came forward and was like, hey, you got my $300, yo. So is mine. I spent that shit. The biggest mistake I see when I see people make is to see a penny on the ground and walk right by it, or even worse, kick it to the side. It's just a penny. Why bother? It's not really money, is it? However, money is money is money. Wealthy, abundant people understand this. If you are too good to pick up a penny off of the ground and celebrate it just like you had $100, then you're too good for any money at all. If you can't respect a penny, you can't be trusted with $1,000. That's a big thing for me. Wow. We were trying to figure out gas money and thought we were going to have to borrow from my parents, but remembered a random 20 we found earlier so we could cover gas. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, right? That's fucking awesome. Any bit of gold you pick up is still gold. Celebrate every single bit of money you find as you just picked up your $1,000. The universe and your subconscious mind don't know the difference between real or imagined, which is why it's really important to not watch scary fucking shit or like overly violent shit, because your mind does not know the difference between real and imagination. And if our brain is seeing it, then our brain thinks it's really happening, and it will have a response in your body as exactly as it would if the trauma was actually happening in front of your eyes. So your adrenal glands will flush your body with adrenaline and cortisol. And at some point, if we watch enough violent shit, then it'll tap us out. So you will attract more of the same feelings, which attracts more money. Acting as if is a really powerful trick in manifesting. How would you feel if you found money on the ground? Pretty excited. So like, that's going back to how I manifested the house. I would sit and I would I wasn't even really thinking I was manifesting anything. I was just trying to raise my vibration so that I wouldn't be sick anymore, because that's when I was toying with the idea of with a higher vibration, illness won't thrive. And so I was being an organ failure. I was like, oh, this sounds like it's the quickest way, and I wasn't able to afford a doctor or anything like that. So I was on my own. And so, apathy or all of that shit is lower on the vibrational scale. And so I was just going to that space in my head, thinking about the house that I would have and how good it would be to have it, just so I could raise my vibration. And then boom, the exact house that I was thinking of, manifested in front of me without even having to pay for it. Part 1 of today's Money Babe action is to look around for money. Look for pennies, nickels, dimes, and so on. Celebrate the fact that the universe is abundant. Look for your treasure, you big kid. Say to yourself over and over again as an affirmation, money is all around me. I find money everywhere. It flows effortlessly into my life on a daily basis. And I'm a good person, and gosh darn it, people like me. I think that was Saturday Night Live. Or is that Saturday? Stuart Smiley? Yeah.
Look what I can do.
That's
No, it's a little stupid.
That's, yeah. Stuart? Something like that. Say to yourself over and over again as an affirmation, money is, with each penny you find, show gratitude toward it. Remember the lesson on gratitude, what we're thankful for, show gratitude toward, and focus on expand. It's not bullshit, it's law. Make a note of all the money you find all around you. Keep a log so that you can keep track and physically see the proof of money expanding and multiplying right before your eyes. Part 2 of today's Money Babe action is to do a little bit of brainstorming. I want to help you get your creative juices flowing and open up channels of how the money is going to come into your life. I like to focus on creating money rather than earning it. When you think of earning money, resistance tends to build up because who wants to work more? Oh, that's a good one. That's really good. So shifting the perspective from earning money to creating money. That's a big one for me. Instead, when you think of money as creating more of it, the resistance tends to fall off, and it shows up in our lives through the path of least resistance. Word up. Did that? Okay. Lacey said, I just got a surprise email this morning about a Yahoo settlement claim. Yay! Hell yeah! Jump on that fucking gravy train, girl. Toot toot. All right. So write a list of 10 ways you can make or create more money in your life today. To give you an example, here's a list I whipped up real quick. Sell my old paintings that everyone has been telling me to put up for auction. Offer my neighbors to babysit their twins while they go on a date this Friday. Ask my boss for a raise that I've been thinking about for the last 6 months. Sign up a new client or upsell an existing client to a higher end package. We're working on expanding your thinking and shifting your perspective. So many women get stuck wondering how in the world more money can come to them. Even though the universe is in charge of the how, it helps us get into the receiving mode faster when we get our own creative juices flowing and take massive action. You've always got to take inspired action. That's part of the 12 spiritual laws of the universe. This is the one of the best ways to reduce resistance to money. Feel free to start your money flow process by actually taking action on some of the things on your list. Now it's your turn. We'll write that, and then that's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm excited. I learned something new. Did you learn something new, Lacey? That whole thing of shifting from earning money to creating money. I can feel it in my core. One brings relief, and the other one is not so relieving. Because I am working my ass off. I'm doing the metaphysical misfit stuff, and then I'm doing the sexy time stuff, and then I'm doing the HempWorks thing. Oh, by the way, yeah, Lacey. I can't remember if you said you were on 4 drops or not, but what I did, and I took 8 drops yesterday, and I think that's why I got a massive headache. So, oh, I didn't know you could highlight on a Kindle. That's pretty cool. I would get a Kindle, but when I look at the computer screen too long, I get occipital neuralgia stuff. So I use that as guidance as to when I should get off of the computer and actually look at the world around me. Yeah, so I think you said you were on 4 drops. I would bump up to 6 drops because you've been on it for a while. So do 6 drops. I do it 3 times a day. If you end up getting a headache, then back down 1. And let me know if that helps. And I'll find out some. Are you still taking the tincture, by the way? Let me know. But I love you. I'm going to hop off here because I'm taking my dad to the dispensary today. If you guys could share the fundraiser that is on my Facebook pages, I would greatly appreciate it, because after today, we don't have money for any more of this treatment, and it's $75 a day. So with that said, Lacey, I already know that you know all of this stuff, but some people watch it later. So make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the little thingy button thing. That way you're notified when I put a new video out. I am working on a series where we're going to go over a spiritual law of the universe a week. We're going to start with number 1, which is the law of divine oneness. So we're going to do that. And then I'm working on, well, actually my friend is working on editing the video about how to make the FICO oil. I'm also doing tarot card readings. We can do them by email or over video. So don't let distance hold you back. I also offer theta healings, and I'm offering free sessions to activate your DNA, which will kind of accelerate the healing process. So if you or somebody else wants to do that shit, then send them my way. Instagram, Metaphysical Misfit, closed group, which is where we go over the discussion, Metaphysical Misfit. Or I have a Facebook page, which is The Loving Life. I'm basically everywhere. Also, if you like the sexy stuff, you can follow my new page, Gypsy Rose, on Facebook and on Instagram. And then you can have sexy pictures every day. Because mama's like working that ass, right? Making that money, taking inspired action. All right, I love you, hun. Have a great day.